Good morning. Welcome to our workshop, Monday morning workshop on April the 22nd. Just a recap of last week's moves. Very poor week for equities. Strangely quiet on the FX front, but commodities, especially precious metals, also very, very weak. So for the week, FTSE, that was down 98 points or 1.5%. S&Ps had a real bad sell-off, down 33 points or 2.1%. That's actually the worst fall since November there in on the S&Ps. Gold, well, we knew the rout had started the previous Friday, but we ended up $75 down on the week. That's 5%. Crude oil, Brent crude, that fell a further $2, so that's well, another 2%. And the dollar, that's recovered a little bit on against the majors. Against the euro, it was 55 points better, or 0.4%. And cable, the dollar recovered 1.14 cents, or 0.74%. So a very poor week for equities. Disappointing, lackluster, poor, whatever you want to describe it, corporate earnings from the financial and the technology sector. Stocks such as Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley suffered quite a lot. Goldman Sachs, I think, was down 7% on the week, despite posting reasonably good earnings, but with concerns over trading activity and advisory activity. But also what sparked this was that the Chinese GDP for the Q1 published last Monday came in up 7.7% instead of the 8% consensus forecast. There is a concern over that, and that's really what's pulled the rug from under a lot of the precious metals and base metals. Copper significantly weaker as well, which has dragged down a lot of the miners. We are seeing a little bit of a recovery this morning. Gold's recovered. Copper hasn't much, but it's helping the resource and mining oil sector a little bit. But there are concerns further out that this will persist as China struggles with its economy. Okay, data for the week. Let's just get onto our Forex calendar. Existing home sales, not so important really. The first major bit of news will be the HSBC flash manufacturing or prelim manufacturing PMI for China, coming out on Monday night, Tuesday morning. We then have the manufacturing PMI prelim for the Eurozone, highlighted here. Still pretty weak, really. You can see some incredibly weak numbers from France. Germany still sticks out like the best performer there, but you know, teetering in contraction mode, certainly on the manufacturing side, that's for sure. German IFO business climate on Wednesday is the next most important bit of data. It's a very broad survey, and it's very widely respected, and that does carry a lot of weight. 106.4 is the expected number there. Durable goods, an important number in the States on Wednesday afternoon, probably the second most important one after non-farm payroll. Following the poor data the previous month, we're expecting a number of plus 0.5%. We then have, our GDP numbers, I say are in the UK GDP numbers, looking for a number of plus 0.1%. Whether we're in a triple-dip recession or not, I think everyone agrees we're bumping along the bottom, or flatlining, whatever description you'd like to give it. The fact of the matter is it's going to pose quite a few problems for Mr. Carney when he comes in as the new governor of the Bank of England in July. And then we have an interesting meeting from the Bank of Japan on Friday, and their Monetary Policy Committee and their Monetary Policy Statement. Obviously, they won't be cutting any rates or anything, or changing any rates, but it will be very interesting to hear what they've got to say. Dollar yen just pressing the 100 level against the dollar. So I suspect by the time we meet again on Thursday morning at 8 o'clock, we'll probably have pushed through the 100 level. Anyway, thanks very much for listening. We will speak again on Thursday at 8 o'clock. Thanks. Bye for now.